So Johan Cruyff, Franz Beckenbauer, two players that they're valuing at over £1 million. Toss up to find out which way they're going to kick in this, the supreme moment. Netherlands versus Deutschland in the World Cup final 1974. For Helmut Schön this afternoon, his 101st international, and Sir Alf Ramsey sitting alongside me. I'm wondering what thoughts might be going through Helmut Schön's mind at this moment, remembering the thoughts that went through your mind back in 1966 at Wembley.
In the first place, I think he's more than delighted to be here. He's satisfied all of his critics. The important thing is to have got to the final, and now it's up to the players to win the World Cup for him.
And we first see the Dutch side up on the board there. Dennis Roach told me, who's very well connected with the Dutch camp, that Robbie Rensenbrink had a stiff workout just before the team set off in their coach to come here, and he's not completely fit, so he might not last the whole game. But otherwise, it's an unchanged team. And of course, West Germany too, they've decided not to make any changes after that water polo match against Poland at Frankfurt that got them here to the final. And Jack Taylor enjoying this moment as the eyes of the crowd look down on him. About 3 more steps and the flag has been put in the ground. Oh, and now this poor lonely man has got to trot down to the far side of the field and put the centre flag in as well. Meanwhile, the players dance nervously around. Johan Cruyff, hands on hips. Number 14, number 3, Van Hanegem. And the fellow has finally got there. In goes the flag. He gets a big roar from the crowd. Jack Taylor looks at his watch. We're off and running for the 1974 World Cup final. Holland, the orange jerseys, attacking the goal on our right. The white shirts, dark shorts, white stockings of West Germany. And immediately, Sir Alf, what will be the procedure, do you think, in the minds of these players in the opening 4 or 5 minutes?
Well, this is really like a club match. There are 6 players from Bayern Munich playing for West Germany, and 6 Ajax players, past and present, in the Dutch side. Immediately, Vott, the West German fullback, has been delegated to Mark Cruyff. And the pattern is showing in that the Germans will stick to their rigid formation of picking up individual players in defence.
Well, Holland still have the ball. Cruyff going all the way on his own road down to the box. And Jack Taylor points to the spot. Boogie boat. Brought him down. That's the first time that Johan Cruyff was on the hesitantly. Jack Taylor points to the spot. We're in the first minute of the game. Johan Cruyff brought down. Neyskens has the ball. There was no doubt about that one. Neyskens. 1-0 Holland. And the ground erupts. That was very nearly the fastest goal ever scored in a World Cup final match. In fact, it was scored the fastest 1938. A Swede did it in 35 seconds. But that's inside a minute. Meyer went right. Neyskens drilled it right down the middle. Well, what a sensational start to this game out.
Oh, great opening for Holland. As I pointed out just now, Vott was delegated to pick up Cruyff, but Cruyff was much too quick for him. And this resulted in the penalty.
Well, now, Germany have it all to do. Big leap then by Holzenbein. But Breitner a short one. Overath. Breitner. The through ball for Muller. Rijsbergen with him. Rijsbergen again as Overath goes in. Great appeal for a penalty then. Breitner. Way wide, far side. Great shriek then as Bernd Holzenbein went into the box. Paul Breitner, this shock-headed man. And Van Hanegem for Holland. Van Hanegem again. Sticking tight to him. Uli Hoeneß trying to stop him. control. Hahn. Rensenbrink. There goes Cruyff. Comes for Rensenbrink again. Cruyff. And another solid whack from Bertie Vogts. The West Germans at the moment topping the fair play table. They've only had 2 players booked in the whole competition. But I wouldn't mind betting that Bertie Vogts makes it number 3 before very long. Rijsbergen. And, well, I'm load. There it is. Bertie Vogts goes in the book from Jack Taylor. A little whack after the ball had gone, perhaps. But Vogts has made it 3 bookings for West Germany in these World Cup finals. That's Hahn. Rensenbrink. Side netting. But here in the opening stages, when we played literally just 4 minutes of the game, it's certainly all Holland. Right to there. Holzenbein. Over up. Breitner. Muller's forward in the box, asking for it. Breitner getting a shooting angle on, and whacked it over the bar. It took a deflection to Jack Taylor, so it goes for a corner. Let's see how much of a twist it takes off. Difficult to tell, but Jack Taylor was bang on the spot. Hahn. Hahn running well. Subir a bit late on that one. Janssen for Neeskens. Neeskens taking Bonhoff with him. Got a bad cross, didn't quite reach. Janssen. Overath. In his 3rd World Cup series. Holzenbein. Crowd. West Germans roaring him into the box. Holzenbein going all the way on his own and fell. Most dramatically, and the penalty given. So, 2 penalties in the game. Holzenbein all the way into the box on his own. Here he goes now. Let's see exactly where the tackle came. Rijsbergen coming in. Well, did anybody touch him, I wonder. That's a very, very debatable penalty decision, I would say. Muller was going to take the penalties for the West Germans when Hoeneß missed against Poland, but it's Breitner, the man who tucked one away against Scotland, who is going to take this penalty. This one for 1-1. He got it. And the ground erupts, as in on my watch, the 26th minute. West Germany back in the game from the penalty spot. Breitner's penalty, leveling the one before. Beautifully tucked away, but I wonder about that penalty decision. In fact, how did you read that yourself?
It didn't look a severe incident to me, but the referee was in an excellent position. I think Holzenbein had carried the ball a good number of yards. He had run about 30 yards with the ball. I think he was ready to go down anyway.
Well, my impression is that the West Germans had been looking for an incident of that kind for quite some little time, trying to get into the box, trying to fall. I think Holland can be criticised for allowing Holzenbein to get that run in, which must have been 35 yards or more, without stopping him. Anyway, it is 1-1. Van Hanegem. It's Hahn. Trying to get away from Vogts, and Vogts wins it for West Germany. Rijsbergen. For Hahn. Johan Cruyff. Neeskens. Rep very nearly getting in there, but Breitner has the free kick for having had a kick from behind. Breitner a tempting target with those socks down round his ankles, no shin pads on, like a red rag to a bull to some players. Breitner now, and the crowd sound deafening around this Munich arena as they see signs of their side, the German side, getting back into the game. Van Hanegem. Long one for Cruyff to chase. Beckenbauer there and just got the boot out in time to get it to Meyer.
I think it's right to point out that the referee has to be very firm. I think Jack Taylor's got to introduce all the skills and experience that he's had or gained throughout his life in football. It could well be that this match will get out of hand.
Holzenbein getting another foul. Jack Taylor, so experienced as an international referee and European matches as well. Knows all the tricks. That's Beckenbauer up for Muller, trying to get it up for him. Wim Jansen. Holland looking just a little bit under the collar from time to time when the Germans go at them. That was Overaard being penalised for the challenge on Wim Jansen. Cruyff. Johnny Rep's challenge, not producing anything. And Beckenbauer, the time to work out a new opening ploy for West Germany. Muller. Fuchs. Holzenbein, Fuchs. Fuchs in with a chance here. That's a great save from Youngblood. From our angle, I think that might have been beating the post, but I'm not sure. Youngblood wasn't taking any chances anyway. You can see the angle here as Fuchs whacks it. That was on target. Good save from Youngblood. But the pressure again building on Holland. Here's the corner. Again, a great appeal from the crowd for the penalty as Bonhoff went down. This German crowd is going to appeal for penalties every time a white shirt falls in the box. 30 minutes of the game gone. 2 penalties the scoreline. Neeskens and Breitner making it 1-1. Behind him was Muller and nobody saw him. Reisbergen gets it away. Holland having a few problems to sort out from this West German side, who have now been inspired by the penalty equalizer. Reisbergen as Muller coming back at him. Kept his head beautifully then, being chased. Hahn. Subier. Looks like a goalkeeper. No, Reisbergen's unmarked in the middle. Cruyff appealing to him to give it to Reisbergen. Reisbergen going the chase now. Good ball, Hahn. They're making Germany chase. Cruyff. Through Fuchs. No foul. Cruyff said it was. Holzenbein. Good running here by Hoeneß. Looking for Muller, the far side. Muller. Breitner. Breitner smeared down. Referee says play on. It's the advantage. Grabowski trying to get it across. Wim Jansen. Grabowski again. A little merry-go-round in the corner. He's still there. Beautiful still. Holzenbein. Beautiful little showmanship. Beautiful set of skills from Jürgen Grabowski, the man who did so much. There's Holzenbein, couldn't get high enough, and Youngblood was there. But so, Subier leaving his skipper, Johan Cruyff. £1 million transfer to Barcelona just a year ago. Subier in fast as Beckenbauer half came and stopped. Goalkeeper's ball. Not a good cross then from Subier. He should have done something better with that. Holzenbein for Hoeneß. And he looks as though he's got the legs of Hahn, who looks as though he wants to pull him down. Hoeneß still going, and it's got to be. No, it didn't. Reisbergen was there ahead of Muller. That was a tremendous let-off, but what a burst of speed early Hoeneß showed then. And but for the outstretched boot of Reisbergen, that would have been goal number 2 and the first of the game for Muller. Arie Hahn. The orange jerseys of Holland looking a little sickly at the moment. Subier. For Hahn. Hahn might as well try one. Nope. That's a foul. That was Subier trying to make some space for himself, rather as Muller had done at the other end of the field earlier in the game. 10 minutes to go to half-time. 1-1 the score. Jürgen Grabowski, the birthday boy, going down the right wing for West Germany. Going all the way and was brought down just a yard outside the box. Got to be a free kick then, and more pressure once again on this Dutch defence. Waiting for skipper Beckenbauer to come up and sort out the planning on this free kick ball. Grabowski, Muller in the box, Overath on the edge of it. Jack Taylor waving that ball back the full 10 yards. Curtis looks as though he's going to take a run at it. Over it, Beckenbauer, little chip ball, a great save! What a magnificently taken free kick from Franz Beckenbauer. Really beautiful. That is one to live over again. The timing of that superb and equally brilliant. The save at the end of it, one-handed by Youngblood. The saying he doesn't like the ball in the air, well, he made a very fine fist of that one. And a good fist at that. Breitner up there, but loses it. And Neeskens airing down the middle as Janssen takes it. It's Neeskens now. Pope's got the interception. Breitner for West Germany. Grabowski moves across to this touchline as Overath looks outside for Breitner. Good running by Foltz. Finding little bits of space for himself. Muller, well beaten again by Reisbergen, who gives this man some stick, and it's 2-on-1. Cruyff taking it so slowly. Got to be there. Tremendous save. Tremendous save from Rensenbrink. From Johnny Rep. Well, that was a chance for Holland. Incredibly enough, attacking 2-on-1. Neeskens getting the flick on for Cruyff. Interception by Foltz, and a very, very good one indeed. Overath being hustled by Janssen. It's Hernes. Grabowski on his left. Just two men attacking. 6 Dutch defenders. Grabowski looks into the middle. There's nobody there. Where has Muller gone? Olsenbein. Way wide. Well, Grabowski quite rightly looking up then, and Helmut Schön saying the patience ball, I suppose you could call it. They've got to be right with it, and good running here by Neeskens. Very nearly came off. Ernest leading Grabowski to take it on. Van Hanegem comes to Grabowski. Good running by Bonhoff. Muller there to support him. Going on his own. Now Muller looks for it. Gets it. Oh, that's the way that little man gets them. That's the way he gets it. It looked utterly impossible for him to swing his boot back and get hold of it. Wonderful run here by Bonhoff. Now look at the way that ball seems to have got away completely from Muller. How did he swivel his hips to get that twist on the ball? Almost as though he's double-jointed. It's 2-1 West Germany, and Gerd Muller keeps this fabulous goal-scoring record of his going. What a player this fellow is now.
It was a goal similar to the one against Yugoslavia when Honus got a short ball in, pulled it back, and Muller completely missed it. But it was a particularly good run by Bonhoff, and a beautifully played in ball to Muller.
Well, that's got this arena buzzing with excitement now. There's a little bit of silence from the Dutch supporters, but West Germans have got their flags going again. Neeskens for Holland. Holland now trailing 2-1, having taken the lead from the penalty spot through this man Neeskens. But Beckenbauer, captain of West Germany, keeping his cool. His side is right back in there now. 2-1 up. Schwarzenbeck fighting to win this one back. Grabowski losing it. Look now for Kroll. Oh, that was a fine head away by Beckenbauer. superb head away. He was under a lot of pressure then as that ball curled in. Holland have the corner. Cruyff himself will take it. Rep, Rensenbrink, Van Hanegem, Neeskens and Janssen all in the box. Meyer is up and has it. A little bit of pushing in the box. But Meyer had that one all the way. Now there's Breitner for Sepp Meyer. On my watch, the 45-minute period of this first half of the World Cup final in Munich has been completed. I think the West Germans realize it. They just want to keep possession now and look to the dressing room for a few words of praise. Congratulations from Helmut Schön, their manager. Praise for fighting their way back into a game that had given them such a sickening blow in the first minute. Reisbergen, I don't think this attack will have time to develop. It doesn't. Referee Jack Taylor indicates that we've got half-time here in Munich. A 2-1 scoreline. Neeskens a penalty in the first minute. Breitner an equalizer from the penalty spot. Johan Cruyff looking as though he might get a booking there if he says anything more to Jack Taylor. Still angrily, Jack Taylor waves the players away from him. He has been pretty firm in this game, and Franz Beckenbauer will agree, I'm sure. Sepp Meyer, it looks very much as though Jack Taylor has called Cruyff back to him. Cruyff is running over to... Yes, Jack Taylor has booked Cruyff for talking for too long. Now he's going back for another do, and if he says any more, he might get the red card. Well, that was sheer foolishness by Cruyff. Great star that he is. Really shouldn't show his temperament in that fashion. So we have a 2-1 scoreline here. Can confirm the tall figure of René van der Kerkhoff, one of two twins in the Holland squad. His brother Willy is here with the Dutch side, and Rensenbrink has had his run. And we're away and running now in the second half of this incredible World Cup final here in Munich. West Germany, the white jerseys, dark shorts, with a 2-1 advantage. Coming from behind. Holland, who looked so good when they took the lead, taking solid pounding pressure for the late stages of the second half. Put behind by that man. Muller then, who loses the ball. Sepp Meyer, who hasn't really had a big save to make, unlike Youngblood at the other end, who's had a lot of work to do. Hahn under this. Reisbergen. De Kerkhoff nearly got a touch. Kroll giving the ball away, in fact. Holzenbein. Grabowski. Grabowski holding off two men. The little chip and the nutmeg. Very nearly came off for him too. Kroll. Van der Kerkhoff steaming down the left touchline. Keeps on going. That ball's much too long for him. Much too long for him. René van der Kerkhoff playing only his 6th ever international for the Dutch side. Has figured on the substitutes bench several times in the games that have been played out here. Overath. Great speed then. Muller getting it back again to Overath. And Overath getting it after the ball had gone. Soubeer, the man who brought him down. Taylor again having very strong words with him. You see exactly as Overath is away and long after the ball had gone. Soubeer committed himself to the tackle and still made it. Beckenbauer. Muller very nearly there. Good saving clearance then by Soubeer. And the pressure again on Holland, who are not looking happy. Everybody tipped them as the firm favourites for this game. And they're in trouble again. Holzenbein, again the man putting the pressure on Holland, and they get the corner, West Germany. Hoeneß to take it. Holzenbein, Muller, Grabowski, and Bonoff all in the box. Bonoff! Oh, he was so close then. They'd say in tennis, that one brought up the chalk just outside the line. He was so desperately close. Relive that moment again, the fine jump and head. Agonizingly just wide. Shuffling away from him. Rep, good ball on. Kroll running well. Kroll appearing coming down that right flank. As Rep goes for the corner kick. And swings it now. Cruyff getting pushed. Off the line. The line by Breitner. And they were really making a mess of Cruyff in there, but that ball still came in. And Breitner heads the equalizer right off the line. Look at the action in the goal mouth now. Meyer didn't fully get there. And Breitner away off the line. Comes from Beckenbauer. Ernest. Solid tackle there. Cruyff gets away from Potes. Now he's taking on Overath. And Overath takes him over, tumbles him over. Free kick is given.
I think they were certain to get Cruyff in. First of all, Watts goes in with a desperate tackle, and then this is followed up by Overath, who finished up bringing him down.
Cruyff's free kick. That's a good brave try and a fine save from Van Hanegem by Meyer. Van Hanegem put his head in where it hurts then. And very nearly caught Meyer unprepared. Free kick is given. Overath. Beckenbauer. Schwarzenbeck. Overath. Beckenbauer. Tip tap. Mickey taking side football. Wim Janssen. Van der Kerkhoff. Faced by Schwarzenbeck. Oh, he's told him then. Not a bad cross. A little too high, is it? No, that was very, very close then to Johnny Rep. Cruyff knocking it back to him. There's the cross ball that Van der Kerkhoff knocks over. Back. And the challenge putting Rep off and giving the corner away. Neeskens nicking it in there again. Beckenbauer away. Completed by Breitner. It's Reisbergen and Muller. Hahn. Subir. Van der Kerkhoff. And that's all down the middle for Sepp Maier. He gets a big roar from this crowd. And again he hits the long one looking for Muller. And it was just Muller and Reisbergen. Sepp Maier, 57th international for West Germany today. A record that beat Hans Stilkowski's record long, long time ago. Grabowski. Ernest. Overath has to hurry. Hits it out well, but not well enough for Beckenbauer. Just didn't have the pace to make that ball count. Johnny Rep. Van der Kerkhoff. Subir. On Subir. West Germans tunneling back now. 30 votes jumped well to get that ball away. Overath out of the air like it was on the end of a piece of string. And Overath breaking again, too far in front of him. West Germans not wanting to run any further than they have to. Reisbergen. Very much at the moment, though, West Germans are taking a breather in the, what shall we say, the middle rounds of this contest. Van Hanegem in, and he was pushing as he went. By just under 20 minutes of this second half play. De Jong now. Cruyff takes over. Hahn. Votes got it across the box. And Votes almost gets it away, not far enough though. Van Hanegem It's on his good left foot. No, he doesn't try the shot. Van der Kerkhoff. And again he sells it to Schwarzenbeck. Took a touch. Rip across. And very nearly in. Still the pressure on. De Jong gave it a try. Neeskens came awfully close then, as they really put the screws on that West German line. There's Van der Kerkhoff's cross ball. The knockback. Neeskens so close. The last one comes in and away for the corner. And the corner now to be taken by Rep. Van Hanegem. Kroll. Really rubbed out of it. Janssen. If they knocked that ball the other side, Muller was waiting and anxious for it. Van der Kerkhoff. Good control of this long-legged lad. De Jong. Neeskens. Way by Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer, who's having a tremendous game in defense at the moment. A real skipper's game. Ropes pushed out of it. Cruyff. Waving men forward. Lobbing it in. Van Hanegem. Boats down. Away. Muller not far enough though. De Jong. Holland really looking for this equalizer. Souvier. Only for Kroll. He can try a whack. No, it goes for Van der Kerkhoff again. Holland bearing it across. And that is going to be a tremendous point-blank save from Neeskens by Meyer. What a goalkeeper this fellow is turning out to be. He could, at the last second, just got his body in the way of it. Yet another corner to Holland. And Hanegem. Bonhoff lifts it away. Muller, the only man upfield for West Germany, and he's as good as 10. Kroll forward. Van Hanegem. Van Hanegem still in there. Holland really getting at Germany now. That's De Jong. Oh, he struck that one firmly enough. Just over 15 minutes to go. And West Germany have really been shattered. Really been shattered by this pulsing attack. Souvier on for Holland. Kroll for Souvier. Cross and it just wide. Oh, how did that go past? Unbelievable from Johnny Rep. The 4-goal top scorer of this side. See how close that was. Well, that could have made it 2-2. Owen Vogt has it away from Cruyff. So Janssen comes, and if he loses out. Well, it's a good job he got in there. He sold himself out doing it, but he'd left Muller unmarked in the middle. Janssen is limping after that do-or-die challenge. Uli Hoeneß now taking on Janssen. Janssen limping. Time then for the West Germans to get back. Grabowski, good tackle by Cruyff. He really won that one. Rep now against Schwarzenbeck, and he has the legs of him. Hit it well across the face of the goals, and there wasn't a boot to stick it in. Johnny Rep. It's difficult to tell at that speed whether he's trying here for the centre or the shot. But there was no boots, a yard and a half from the goal to knock it in. Holland, do you think they can get it? Do you think they can get an equaliser?
Well, they've done everything in the second half but score. They've had some very good chances, but I think all they need is a little luck. They are playing extremely well. They are completely outplaying the Germans in terms of attacking football. At the same time, they are living dangerously in defence, and it could well be that any long ball out of defence from the West Germans could result in the goal for them.
So that's what Holland have got to look for then. They've got to keep the pressure up. They've got to look for the goal. They're in again. Van Hanegem was trying at that time. They had 5 men inside the box. The corner's given. In fact, it looks as though Rinus Michels reflectively looking down. It looked very much then as though it was a perfectly straightforward goal kick, but referee Jack Taylor saw a deflection. And Holland, those orange shirts, clustered around the penalty area. Cruyff takes the corner. Meyer is up under it. Neeskens is in on him. I got it and held it all right. Germany then, 10 minutes away from... But it's having to soak up a lot of pressure. Van Hanegem. Big long one. And Beckenbauer gets it away. Beckenbauer again. And all on his own, going to the far side. Holzenbein. Muller is looking for the cross ball. He's taking on Janssen. Dives over the leg. Absolutely dives over the leg of Janssen. The ground erupts and wants the penalty. Helmut Schön would have settled for it then, but it wasn't on. Neeskens, ready to whack it. Tremendous shot. Wide on the left side. Neeskens, whose goals have done so much in this competition, 4 times. So Breitner down. Here's Neeskens' shot again. Just see how far wide that was. Oh, it wasn't very much. Certainly looked as though Meyer had it covered, in fact, if it had gone inside the post. Breitner being told to get back onto his feet. Just about 4 minutes to go, Al. 4 minutes of more pressure to soak up. The West Germans, do you think they can do it?
I'm certain they can. They're creating chances. They're playing very confidently. They're playing extremely well. And I think unless time runs out on them, they deserve extra time at least.
Sepp Maier knocking this one out. Extra time, really all that Holland can hope for. I would suspect in the time remaining, about 3.5 minutes. 2-1 down they are. They need that goal. They've searched for it with tremendous flair, great enthusiasm in this last 20 to 25 minutes, but it hasn't come. Bonhoff running into trouble, it's being waved on. Ernest. The shot is on for Bonhoff. Jan. De Jong stopped him. Ernest going back with De Jong. Now Rep. That's the throw in. Neeskens close to it. Neeskens back for Rep. But a foul throw. Bonhoff coming away off to the touchline. And the look on Helmut Schön's face, he's not happy. And he's off the field getting treatment, Bonhoff. The West Germans are down to 10 men at this moment. About 2 minutes to play. Holland still looking for the equaliser. The team they made favourites in many quarters. Cruyff going in against Maier. Maier has it. Bonhoff had his treatment and he wants to get back on the field. Referee Jack Taylor signals him on. And this game just about 180 seconds away from the finish. Unless Holland can get an equaliser. Subier losing it. Janssen forward. That's Overath away. Muller. West Germany hanging on to it, and they could break out again. Grabowski looks up to see where Muller is. Now he accelerates. Away from Van der Kerkhoff. Little Wim Janssen got the final one in. Corner then. And about a minute to go. The crowd, the West Germans, roaring and yelling now, knowing that West Germany are within a minute of winning the new World Cup. Grabowski taking his time. For Ernest. Ernest waiting to give it back to Grabowski. He's offside. Van der Kerkhoff quickly wanting to get this ball back up the field again. It's Hahn now. They've got to hit it long. They can't afford to get the clever small football going. Rep against Breitner. And Breitner falls. Free kick given and Jack Taylor shakes his fist. And Rep for making it look bad. And very nearly Neeskens screaming in on Sepp Maier. Janssen under this. Van der Kerkhoff. Van der Kerkhoff and Hernes. It's getting very scrappy out there now. Hernes was looking for the foul. On our watches, the full 45-minute period of the second half has been completed. Helmut Schön gives the thumbs up. It looks very much as though Helmut Schön, in his 103rd international as West Germany's team manager, is going to win the World Cup. And the man who did it for him, Muller, bundled out of it. And referee Jack Taylor has ended the game, and West Germany have won the World Cup. There's the man who did it, Gerd Muller. The crowd rising to West Germany. Gerd Muller, his 68th goal in 62 internationals. The whole stadium, something in the region of 78,000. The banners roaring, waving, and the roars coming up from West German spectators. West Germany, just as they did in 1954, lost one match on the way to the final here. In 54, it was against Hungary. They went on to win the World Cup in 1954. They did it here again, but beaten by East Germany. And now they have won the World Cup. Franz Beckenbauer, probably the greatest moment of his life, one of the finest footballers West Germany has ever produced. Captain of this West German side that has produced and delivered the goods for West Germany here in the Munich Stadium. Alf, you were saying that you felt that Holland deserved a replay at least. Well, they didn't get it.
But they had a great second half, there's no doubt about that. The World Cup was won by the West Germans in the 20 minutes before half-time when they played magnificent football. They scored 2 goals and took the lead. The Dutch came back very, very strongly. They came back skillfully, played as well as they possibly could, created chances, unfortunately didn't take them, due to some extent to the magnificent goalkeeping of Meyer. Outside of that, I think the Dutch could be proud of their performances throughout the World Cup competition. And a personal opinion is that they were very unfortunate indeed not to get at least extra time.
So Sepp Meyer, the number 1 man in this West German side, goes over to throw mementos to the supporters. Sepp Meyer, who has done enough in his last 2 games at least, I would consider, to make himself probably the number 1 goalkeeper of the tournament. Some of his saves against Poland were unbelievable. He's made a couple this afternoon that were pretty good. Jack Taylor, I would say, has crowned a fine career. It's still more of it to come, but he's crowned a fine career by refereeing this final with great distinction this afternoon and with great courage. And Holland have trooped away off the field, allowing the West Germans to take all the honours, all the bows, chased by photographers. Still we wait for the West Germans to finish taking their bows, to move back up, to be awarded the new FIFA World Cup, the one that replaced the Jules Rimet trophy, which Brazil made their own back in 1970 in Mexico. So many great moments being relived, and that is what it has all been about. That is what it's all been about. That's what the 74 World Cup is. And now the winning German side moving up to take the trophy. Trophy designed in Italy, valued at £17,000, but you can't value a trophy like that in hard cash. The emotion in the faces of those players, some of them fairly new to the international scene, others who've been around a very long time, people like Bertie Vogts, Overath, Sepp Meyer, Gerd Muller, many World Cups behind them, winning World Cup matches behind them, but nothing to equal this moment. We wait now for the presentation of the Cup by the new president of West Germany, Mr. Walter Scheel, as Franz Beckenbauer leads his winning side, his 2-1 winning side, up for the new trophy. Those faces tell it all. There's the presentation then. There's the World Cup 74. There's the skipper whose side has won it, Franz Beckenbauer, record cap holder. The happy, laughing faces of West German players. Sepp Maier has a piece of it. It'll go all the way down the line. Breitner. Everybody wants to touch that trophy now because it's theirs. It's theirs for 4 years. They qualified this year because they were the host country, just as England did in '66. They'll qualify next year, just as England did in '66, as the owners, for the time being, for 4 years of the World Cup. Looking back on this entire game, Alf, there's the man that you must envy at that moment, Helmut Schön, manager of Germany.
Well, I'm delighted for him, in actual fact, because he's been so close. He's lived under the success of Sepp Herberger, who won the World Cup in 1954 for West Germany. He reached the final in '66, the semi-finals in '70, today the final, and today he's won it. I'm very, very pleased indeed for him. He's had a magnificent career with the West German team, and he's been very, very successful.
So even the substitutes come on in there. The substitutes come in for their piece of the action. This trophy has been worth £10,000 apiece to each one of the West German side. That was their bonus for winning it. Beckenbauer, the captain of West Germany, and now Cruyff, the man who thought he was going to get it himself. A word from Sir Stanley Rouse, a word of consolation, but still the West Germans pass that cup around amongst them. Everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody wants to touch it. The change in attitude, the drooping shoulders, the sad-looking faces. You don't need to know the colour of the jerseys. The expressions tell it all. That's a beaten finalist side, Holland, who nevertheless can go out of this competition with tremendous credit and conviction. They have showed some new football here, some basketball-type soccer. It's excited everybody, but it wasn't enough to beat the West Germans on their own ground, with their own crowd supporting them, driving them forward. And then looking back on this game, remember that West Germany came from behind, shocked in the first minute of the game. They've come back to win it 2-1, and once again, that little man Gerd Müller, who has set a world record of some 20-odd games of being the man who wins matches with a single goal. Gerd Müller has done it again for West Germany. Gerd Müller, the man who we remember at Lyon, doing it against England. There, the magnificent scoreboard here, reminding us that West Germany will be going to Argentina in 1978 to defend the trophy they won here today. As West Germany go out again for a lap of honor of this stadium, the lap of honor they so richly deserve. So we constantly keep looking for the number 9, Jürgen Grabowski, who has indeed. Uli Hoeneß, what we see at the moment, we're looking for Jürgen Grabowski. He's the fellow that wants to touch that cup most. This is his 30th birthday, and if anybody had a birthday present to be, what I'd like to hear about it. But he votes the man, Mark, who did a job on Johan Cruyff today, as good as anything that could have been done. Those are the worshipping spectators of West Germany, applauding as much Helmut Schön, that sad-faced, drooping-eyed man. And there is the number 9, Jürgen Grabowski. He should have a touch of this cup now, as he just got a touch of it. We go back to the drooping shoulders of Helmut Schön. Jürgen Grabowski then, 30 years old today, has in fact now, I can see, got a touch of that World Cup.